5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Remaining. Radiant team pick.
Maggie!
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Takira!
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Dire team ban. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Seconds remaining.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the YPC SKADII, our Dota 2 tournament.
Remaining.
Currently we are having 7 teams enrolled in this group stage, and for tonight's game we have Team Maggie Kari fighting Team Overdue.
Radiant team pick.
On the Radiant side, for Team Maggie Kari, they've already chosen 2 of their supports, Jakiro and the Wiz Doctor. Whereas for Team Overdue, they decided to go for one of their supports, which is the Ogre Magi, and most likely the offlane Tide Hunter. And for Maggie Kari, they've chosen the Centaur War Runner, a very excellent hero for using the ultimate to just help them to get in or to get out very, very quickly. And is very, very good for engaging in fights or just to escape any dicey situations in the. And it's a global cast range as well, as it's affecting all their teammates. As we're looking at the bans here, it seems that Maggie Kari has decided to ban out the Juggernaut and also the Lifestealer. They really do not want to deal with any of these magic immune heroes. And for Team Overdue, they have chosen the Lion. They have a considerable amount of stuns and disables here. And Lion with the ultimate, they can just easily burst down a hero, especially the Wiz Doctor or even a Jakiro. He should be able to make easy work after that. Tide Hunter being a popular pick in this series as well, being one of the best heroes to be able to rush the Helm, the Valadimir's into the upgraded item, and also providing the Ravage, which is amazing in just the team fights alone, and able to provide enough windows for the carry to just right click any of the opposing team. From the look of it, both teams have really good team fight already. Now it's just a matter of taking down the towers. I think that's one thing that Team Overdue is somewhat lacking. Both teams have yet to reveal their mid as well as their carry. It is Team Overdue's turn to pick, and they will choose the Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker is a really niche hero, especially with the Rupture. Being able to just stop the tracks of the enemy hero. Should they choose to move, they just lose more HP and it's pure damage over the distance traveled. But the easy counter to that is just to TP out, provided that they have enough disables. Ogre, Magi, and Lion, if they are able to maybe save one of their disables to prevent the enemy from TPing out, then they would just be able to hold one of them in place.
Monkey King.
And Maggie Kari decided to go with one of their trademark heroes, the Monkey King. MK going with MK. A very annoying yet versatile hero to deal with in the lane, and also a very strong mid-game hero.
5 seconds remaining.
Now the Bloodseeker depends if the lanes are going really well. The Bloodseeker is also able to benefit from the Bloodthirst,
Radiant team
which allows
ban.
him to just speed through any lane or any terrain, depending on how low the enemy heroes are, especially if they go down below the 40% threshold, and that allows the Bloodseeker to just be able to move a lot faster, and even going past the
10 seconds
game
remaining.
settings, the game limit of 522 movement speed, he's just able to go up to even 1000 if
Dire
all the
team
other
ban.
heroes are on very, very low HP. And not only that, if they are really low HP, it also grants Team Overdue's team the ability to have true sight of any of the low HP heroes. For the Monkey King, they would prefer it if all the enemy heroes are staying within his Wukong's command, the ultimate. And for that, they probably need more lockdown than just Jakiro or even a Witch Doctor. And here Team Overdue decides to ban out this I can't remember what the name of this hero is, but it's gonna be really annoying in the hands of maybe the mid. Little Giant might be able to play that hero if he uses it, and that's gonna go out of control if he does get a lot of space to be able to farm out the lanes. And there'll be a lot of split pushing after that. Maggie Kari decides to ban out the Death Prophet, understanding that now that Team Overdue pretty much lack a mid hero, maybe a mid or even a carry, someone that's decently good at pushing. Maybe the Terrorblade might be a good pick here. If let's say they put the Bloodseeker mid, and the Terrorblade is able to go on the bottom lane, that would be able to solve their pushing problems and also be able to take team fights really well with the right click damage from the Terrorblade. Other than that, Team Overdue, they're using down 15 seconds of their reserve time, cutting it close, and they decide to go with the Void Spirit. An excellent choice for the mid, very versatile and elusive hero, also able to cut the backlines and at later stages of the game even able to silence and be able to just dish out a lot of burst damage with the Astro Step.
10 seconds remaining.
A very, very magic intensive kind of lineup from Team Overdue, and also very war centric. They're gonna try to take team fights first before they probably try to take down towers. Whereas for Maggie, Kari are playing more of the late game lineup as they last picked the Alchemist. They should be able to go greedy here, provided that they are able to survive the wars. And here, Little Giant decides to take up the Alchemist. This is probably a mid lane Alchemist with the Jigsaw on Monkey King. That's going to be a carry Monkey King. And I'm not familiar with Team Overdue's lineup yet, but we'll see how they're going to play or lane their lanes. But there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have our first game of tonight between Maggie, Kari, and Team Overdue. Hope it's gonna give us a lot of kills and fights, and we're gonna witness quite a number of very good plays as well from both sides of the team. And already the voice chat wheels are coming out from both sides as they all just dish out their war cries, and there we go, we're off. So playing the Alchemist Little Giant, he's going to go to the mid lane most probably, the off laner Captain IOC1 on the Centaur Warrunner, and we have Coco on the Jakiro playing the support. And also, where is that Monkey King? Oh, there he is, disguising himself as a little courier. but he is the true hero himself. It is the Monkey King played by Jigsaw, and last but not least, it's Mata Sepet with playing the Witch Doctor, one of his comfort heroes in this tournament. And Captain Carlos playing the Bloodseeker. Next we have Devil playing the Void Spirit, and then
30
Mamron
seconds
on
to
the Lion. Decide to give each other a high five. And on the Tidehunter, not even close, baby. Playing the off lane. And the Ogre, last but not least, is Weeble. So both teams are already managing to find a D ward. Coco gets the 100 gold and immediately gets a tip from Little Giant.
The battle
And they are posturing
begins.
to try to secure this rune. Might be able to get it easily. And it's a 2 for 2. Bounty runes being picked up. No casualties, as their heroes scatter off to their lanes, respectively. Nice block over there by Little Giant. Then Little Devil is gonna just pull the lane a bit to grant him some crit equilibrium. On the bottom lane, they're pinging out the Courier, which happens to just be the Monkey King himself. This is gonna be a little bit of a tough lane now that the Tidehunter is pretty good against a melee hero such as even the Monkey King himself. And amazing. It seems like Maggie Kari is able to de-ward both the observer wards of Team Overdue. So on the side of Team Overdue, they're probably blindsided right now with zero vision of the observer wards from their side, as Maggie Kari is able to just nicely figure out where they might potentially put the observer wards. Jigsaw having a little bit of trouble, but that shouldn't stop him from just farming the lane himself. Bottom lane though, Jigsaw allowing Coco to just get the final hit onto the Lion. A little bit too close, and he's just too slow to get out there alive. First blood going in the way of Coco to Maggie Kari. Little Devil already picking up the bottle. And here Mata Sepet tries to pull the creeps. Will he be successful? It's half a creep wave. Weeble trying to disrupt it. The Soul Ring already coming out for the Alchemist.
I'll take that.
That should allow him to just be able to spam the acid spray more comfortably. And the sooner he sits his level 6, he would be sitting in a very nice pool of HP regen to be able to sustain that Soul Ring usage. In terms of Q potential, it seems like Devil has sustained quite a number of damage in the mid lane. Not something that I would expect.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And already a Radiant fortification coming out. With the bottle, both sides would be able to take one each.
Dire's courier has been killed.
The courier being picked up at the top lane. And would the Witch Doctor Mata Sepet be able to pay with his life? No, he will get away scot-free after taking that courier, and good thing the center war runner played by Aoxiwa is able to just come in and stop the advances of Carlos Pollo and Weebu. Not even close. Baby is sitting on 50% HP. There's a stun coming up from Namron, and after that Jigsaw is just gonna punish.
Middle is missing.
Stun going up, double. With the Maledict in place, they might be able to finish him off if there's... Oh, it's a pretty weak Maledict anyway. I should be able to survive this. One more tick, is it enough? Ah, so close! Just by a sliver of HP. There's 10 HP in total. Then after that he is able to survive, and now he's using the healing salve to just get back alive.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Little Giant decides to go against taking up the bottle. Instead, he's just gonna straight rush for the Radiance right after that. He's already queuing it up in his inventory. At the top lane, however, the Blood, right, it manages to connect onto both the Maggie Kari heroes. They'll try to run away, but the Thirst is already taking an effect, and they're not able to catch up to Carlos. Instead, Ioxiwa decides to pay with his life by using the double edge, and it might just end up in a chaos right here, a 1-for-1 trade. But the Witch Doctor is not able to get out in time, and it ends up in 2 losses for the side of Maggie Kari. Carlos Pollo being the last man standing in this lane. Now we see the value of the Thirst right here that allows him to just run even faster and not allow the center war runner to get on top of him. Bottom lane though, Jingu Mastery being hexed. If he aims this right, he would be able to get a kill onto the Tide Hunter, and there it is, not even close. Baby decides to take the dip into the ocean. That's Monkey King. Lands the bouncer strike really nicely. We see a mid lane rotation. Devil has decided to pop himself up, and he has taken out Mata Sepet on the Witch Doctor. Very nice and clean, swift execution, and he will walk back to the mid lane after that. And knowing that Ioxiwa is now left alone, they're gonna try to zone him out of the lane if at best. Are they able to kill him? I don't think so. And Carlos right now just try to zone him out. A little bit more mana and he should be able to get the Rupture off. Instead, it seems like Namron is way too far behind the backlines in no man's land, and Jason is just gonna murder him down. One more hit and that would be able to seal the deal. No, that's not enough. Thank goodness the courier is still alive, otherwise the Jingu Mastery is wearing out after that. And they will get a kill onto Namron, the Lion, for being out of position in that lane. And now they're gonna do the same to Not Even Close, baby. 1, 2, 3, is it enough? Not enough. But maybe the Jingu Mastery, oh, Boundless Strike doesn't connect. Oh, it does connect, but it's not enough to finish the job. Lion, trying to make something happen. Thinking about it. He's going up. Now we see a little bit of rotations right now. That we're approaching the 9-minute mark.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And the Stampede being used. They're gonna try and stop and save the the Witch Doctor, Mata Sepet, is able to just nicely clean that up. And Ioxiwa grabbing a kill onto Weebu. Ultimate being used. The combo coming out, and Alchemist should be able to get out there scot-free. Coco even teleporting in just to be a little bit of insurance in case that gank is able to pull off. Crisis averted. And we see rotations from both sides. But they're not done yet. In fact, Lion has decided to re-engage, and Coco, he is in a bit of trouble. There is the magic stick just being used up, and he will make it out of there alive. If he's not too careful, Devil might just decide to go back in and finish the job that he once started. Oh, on the top side, however, it seems that Rupture has already been used onto the Mata Sepet Witch Doctor, and as a result, Carlos Boyo able to nab one kill of that.
Invisibility.
We'll take that.
Lion tipping out, and he's decided to go to the bottom. Gotta get back his levels in order to get the sweet ultimate. Ioxiwa on the center wall runner already picked up the Hood of Defiance, making him a pretty tanky against the lineup of magic casters, especially from Team Overdue, who are heavily dependent on magic damage at the starting of the game. Witch Doctor being a little bit cheeky, being one of the trees. Alchemist just having a lot of fun in the jungle, and he will teleport back to the mid lane in order to continue that farm. Jisun spots out Namron. Lion is pretty much stuck at where he is, and he is in a lot of trouble, and in fact the ultimate from Jakiro is even going to secure that. Not even close, baby. You may decide to use the Ravage. Yes, he will, but it will cost him his life, and a little bit too late. In fact, will Carlos be able to clean up the crew? In fact, no, he will just pay with his life, and that will contribute to a 4-man wipe by Team Overdue. But instead, here comes Devil. Is he gonna make it? He will use his last Astro Step, and he will try to make his way away slowly but surely. Yes, he might. Nice dodge there with the Astro Step, but instead it will result in a team wipe of Team Overdue. Tips coming out from Jisun. It's a 5-0, and in fact it has gone south in so many ways that now Maggie Kari has a advantage of 7k gold swinging over to their side.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Maggie Kari had so much more vision and advantage in that area, especially with the Monkey King using his tree dance. Able to have the vision over the trees, and Lion is not able to juke anything out of that.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Where's Doctor? Team Overdue now playing a little bit more defensive, understanding that they are on the losing end of the team fights.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Not even close, baby has already queued up the Blink Dagger into its inventory, and he might be able to reach that in say about 4 more minutes of decent farm. In the mid lane, however, they're trying to go on Devil, and even the Centaur War Chief using the Stampede, and they're not able to find him, but instead they will find the others. Weebu already taking a lot of damage. Captain IOCY has already eaten the finger, and the Witch Doctor Mata Sepet is letting go. Instead, he will trade a 1-for-1 between the Ogre and himself. And now they're gonna try to escape as much as they could, but Coco, where is he trying to go? Instead, the Rupture is being used onto the Centaur War Chief. Nice! Ice Path onto that, try to stop the tracks of it, and he will be able to get out of there safely with a TP. Coco even tried to take the regen rune to stop them from using it, but instead he will end up losing his life. Will he? Will he? Yes, he will, as Carlos Pollo is able to secure that kill with his thirst, giving him the granted boost, bonus movement speed. So Maggie, Kari losing one of their cores. Sorry, two of their supports, and trading for one of the support from Team Overdue. Excellent ice path right there by Coco to be able to just buy enough time for Ioxiwa, the Centaur War Runner, to just TP out safely, even though he was being ruptured. All this while, however, we're seeing the Little Giant on the Alchemist just happily farming away, and now he's the top in net worth in terms of 10k gold. Bottom lane, Namron decides to already use the Voodoo, the Hex on him. And they're gonna spot out Coco hiding in the tree lines, but decide not to attack anyway. The Ice Path is just gonna whiff.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Mid lane, however, Ioxiwa trying to pull the creep lane away. And that will be able to buy enough damage onto the mid lane tower. Understanding that there is a siege creep involved, this will put enough pressure, and maybe the Centaur War Runner has completed his ultimate. Even the Witch Doctor letting go of the Death Ward, able to secure 2 kills at bottom, nicely executed. We're seeing that the Global has been able to provide assistance to the bottom lane, and Maggie Kari able to secure with enough of their damage onto Team Overdue that Ravage was not even committed to break up the fight. Weebu and Devil decides to muster a bottom and try to salvage whatever is left there, and instead they'll get the Ice Path onto Weebu. Waiting on the backlines, Mata Sepet spots out Weebu, and here we're seeing the team being TP'd bottom. There are 4 gathering at bottom already. Seems like there's gonna be a fight breakout anytime soon. Understanding that these 2 teams, they love to fight. And we see Ioxiwa already posturing onto the backlines, and he will try to go in. As we see an engagement already starting off on mid. The Ravage already committing and hitting onto 3 people, and instead the Finger landing on the Jigsaw, not able to finish the job. The Death Ward flying out already, but he is stopped by Weebu instead. But on the backline, his Little Giant decides to join the fight, and he will take him out. Last man standing is Carlos Royale, able to finish off the Jigsaw Monkey King, but instead he is left alone to his own demise, and that will result in a full team wipe again. Maggie Kari literally just stampeding over Overdue.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
With a 1.5k
Dire's
gold
bottom
swing
tower
after
is
the
under
team
attack.
wipe. Now Maggie Kari is sitting in a comfortable area of 16,000 gold lead. Initiation onto the mid. Ioxiwa landing a nice stun, but Devil is able to easily just disseminate away. A very excellent dodge over there, and that will break up the chain lock from Maggie Kari's advances. Now we see Maggie Kari trying to push a bit more of the offense now that they are controlling the majority part of the map, as they've taken down all the tier 1 towers from Overdue team. Using the ice path, trying to buy some time, and that will allow the Coco to safely de-ward both the Observer and the Sentry ward from Team Overdue.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Ice Path landing onto Carlos Boyle, just to scare him away. As we see that Maggie Kari is posturing to pressure both the mid and also the bottom lane.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Both teams are doing the tango dance as they're trying to mirror each other's movements and hiding in the tree lines. Ioxiwa landing the stun onto Namron. Namron using the Hex to try to run away, but instead gets caught by the paralyzing cast, and now will be chased down by Ioxiwa with two more hits, and it will be finished up by Maledict from Matasapet. In the top lane, Ioxiwa, can he land the stun one more time? There's a 1 second cooldown. He would be able to use it right now, and instead of Ravage decides to pop it up and break the fight, but then Team Overdue just melts under the flame of the Macropyre from Jakiro. There's just too much AoE damage coming out from Maggie Kari. Into Stampede, and especially the Macropyre and also Dual Breath, just contributing so much damage. But instead we see a lot of damage being dished out by the Alchemist himself. In fact, the Acid Spray and also the Unstable Concoction is able to just give enough control in the AoE stun and the damage coming out from Alchemist.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Ioxiwa has been landing quite a very nice amount of stuns in his plays recently, and that has allowed them to take a lot of team fights very, very nicely. And in fact, what did I just miss? Did they just take the bottom fight? Where did he die? In fact, it seems like Devil was just defending the bottom lane alone, and now Little Giant able to spot up. He blinks in and is able to just solo take out Namron on the Lion, having vision at the bottom lane. What is Namron doing over there? All by his lonesome. And here we're seeing a pause coming out from Maggie Kari. Not even close, baby already has the dagger, but we're yet to see a very game-changing Ravage. That's the miracle that they need. So even with the Ravage, they don't really have the damage to just follow up and deal that much to finish up the job. And now Jigsaw going on to not even close, baby. Just gonna poke at him, and they will retreat.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Ioxiwa just doing his thing, pushing out the off lanes. Team Overdue pretty much knows that they can't really kill a war runner, and in fact, they will just go on to Namron, and the BKB has already been popped by Carlos Pollo, and he will try to use the Blood Right to try to stop their advances. Ice Path not gonna connect onto anyone, and they'll just get the fight. Ooh. Not even close, decides to defensively use the blink to run away. Even though he has the Ravage, but decides to not use against it, knowing that they are down by one person.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
So Maggie Kari will happily take all the tier 2 towers right now. And now they are gonna knock on the door of the tier 3s.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
This might be the chance for Team Overdue to have a comeback. A very nice Ravage to start the team fight, perhaps. But where are they gonna get the damage? Who are they gonna focus on? The Alchemist is already hard enough to kill. Devil, just using Dissimulate for no reason. And he will be thrown an unstable concoction by Little Giant, and with that they will be able to just whack down the tower, already down to 30% HP. Little Giant already popping his Alchemist. Chemical Rage. And he'll just slam, 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 and there it is. Now the top lane is being left naked. An initiation by Not Even Close Baby with a beautiful Ravage connecting onto 3 heroes, and then we have the Stampede to counter initiate, and after that we have the MK using his ultimate. They're able to secure the kill onto Not Even Close Baby. And Objective Gaming, Little Giant being ruptured, he will just continue to whack away at the barracks. And oh, Ioxia managing to just double edge the Namron. And they do get the Ice Path onto Devil, and it is enough to just finish him off. With the nice DOT and MK landing onto nothing, they will go on and finish up the lane of Rax. Maggie Kari losing nothing, gaining everything else. And they're looking to reinitiate again. They have the hold onto Carlos Pollo. Boundless Strike. Even the Death Ward being thrown. But a beautiful paralyzing cast managing to catch onto both Weebu and Not Even Close Baby. They are able to just get away scot-free. But because of that, Weebu has paid with his life. And they're being thrown back to the fountain. Maggie Kari isn't done yet. They're just gonna continue pushing. Trying to force the buyback from Team Overdue, but they decide not to buyback at all. And instead, they will lose another lane of Rax. Nothing's gonna stop them, they're just gonna keep on going. With no Ravage in sight, Bloodseeker still yet to respawn in another 5 seconds. This might be it. This is probably game. Glyph of Fortification already being used. Little Giant has used his unstable Chemical Rage, and then he will blink out just to avoid the Blood Rite. And Ioxia already blinking in, but able to catch onto Devil. Devil might be able to lose his life because of how Tofu he is, and as a result he is therefore being thrown and finish off Not Even Close Baby, and as collateral, even Weebu falls down to that. BKB popped, but it's not enough to stop the little bashes from Little Giant. Boundless Strike not hitting onto anyone, and now the Fountain is the only protector of these heroes from coming in. And Little Giant will lose his life, but not before he finishes the life of Namron in his own fountain. Finally see a buyback from Tidehunter. He has a Ravage connecting onto 1, 2, just 2 heroes, and after that, that is the end of game number 1, and falling into the victory of the hands of Maggie Kari in a very convincing manner as well, with a 36k gold lead and a 35 Q to 9. The gold graph and experience draft has always been in the favor of Maggie Kari. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is game 1. We'll take a 10-minute break and we'll see you all again in the next game between Maggie Kari and Team Overdue for game 2.
close all the curtains, feeling like a burden. Lying on the gray skies just until they pass by. Wonder what it'd be like just to feel alive. Battling my own mind, pray I'll make it this time. But I fall into my own premonitions. Tracing scars became my addiction. Can't reach out cause nobody listens. Keep you at a distance. I miss the dreams of a young mind. Head in the clouds for the first time. Replaying memories to get by. The dream fades and I'm stuck in real life. Innocence that I'll never get back. A box full of good days from the past. Replaying memories to get by. And I'm stuck in real life. I'm stuck in real life. Skating when the sun sets off into the deep end. Look for the horizon, but I could never find it. I wonder how it happened. All my walls came crashing. Oh, life became so tragic, worse than I imagined. But I fall into my own premonition. Tracing scars became my addiction. Can't reach out cause nobody listens. Keep you at a distance. I miss the dreams of a young mind. Head in the clouds for the first time. Replaying memories to get by. The dream fades and I'm stuck in real life. Innocence that I'll never get back. A box full of good days from the past. Replaying memories to get by. And I'm stuck in real life. I'm stuck in real life. Replaying memories to get by. Replaying memories to get by.
Cold hands, red eyes, packed your bags at midnight. They've been there for weeks. You don't know what goodbye means. Just roll up a cigarette. Just forget about this mess. I'm waiting on the sidelines, from the sidelines. I see those tears in your eyes, and I feel so helpless inside. Oh love, to hide. Just let me love you when your heart is tired. If your ghost pulls you apart, and it feels like you lost who you are, our love, there's no need to hide. Just let me love you when your heart is tired. Love you when your heart is tired. When did we grow apart? When did you take back your heart? We found love in the dark, but we were flying different paths, yeah. Riding shotgun in the car, driving nowhere, counting stars. The smell of your perfume follows me wherever I go. So why do we need to be strangers again, when we used to be lovers and friends? If we start over before I love again, maybe we'll try again, pretend we never met, like we're strangers again. When did we fall apart? When did you fall out of love? Was it something that I said? All the things I never meant to say. Riding shotgun in my car, we drive all the beat roads in the dark. The shape of your shadow follows me wherever I go. So why do we need to be strangers again, when we used to be lovers and friends? If we start over before I love again, maybe we'll try again, pretend we never met, like we're strangers again.
Dire team pick. Radiant team pick. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
The Undying wakes.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Jungle Shaman.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Dusk.
Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Bristleback!
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to YPC SKADII, our Dota 2 tournament, and this is game number 2 between Maggie, Kari and Team Overdue.
5
Here we see
seconds
that
remaining.
Undying and Shadow Shaman have already been picked up by Maggie, Kari. Usually these pickups are for their supports, and Centaur Warrunner most likely will be their offlaner. For Team Overdue, they've already picked up the Jakiro and the Tusk. Both of these are usually their supports as well, and we're probably going to see an offlane Bristleback. But I would like to see the Tusk, maybe a mid-playing Tusk, like the Tundra 9. If he decides to go mid and just play into that Deso and Silver Edge build, he would be able to just one-shot a lot of heroes. But instead, forget what I just said, they picked up the Lashrak. Lashrak is more likely to be playing the mid hero. And in this patch, it seems like the Disco Deer is doing a lot of damage, especially in terms of magic. The AoE, you just run and gun along the way. Lashrak has proven to be quite a heavy damage dealer over time. Maggie, Kari. This is a little bit unorthodox in their lineup. They've decided to go with the Phantom Assassin. Probably one of the first times the team has picked this up as a hero in this tournament. Now we've seen Phantom Assassins being used in the other games in this tournament. However, they've not been able to convert any wins onto that hero. And Team Overdue decides to ban the Anti-Mage as a safety, I guess. I mean, usually you wouldn't really pick an Anti-Mage into a Phantom Assassin lineup.
10 seconds remaining.
They're probably afraid that this is going to be a Phantom Assassin mid, and Maggie, Kari ban out the Faceless Void, which can be very detrimental to their lineup. In fact, when you have a Lashrak and a Jakiro, they are able to dish out a lot of damage, especially if you have the Chronosphere well positioned to stop the Centaur Warrunner and the Phantom Assassin from doing anything in the Chronosphere.
Radiant team ban.
They will ban out the Lina, one of Little Giant's favorite heroes, as a mid laner. And it seems like Maggie, Kari is trying to ban out a potential carry that Team Overdue is very likely to play.
5 seconds remaining.
Maybe a sniper. Or the Drow. If played well enough, the Team Overdue has a good number of saves, especially with the Tusk Snowball blinking in to just be able to save any carry or core that's being targeted. And the Bristleback is able to just go around in the front lines and just stack up the Quill Sprays and even the Nest of Goo. And Lashrak is also going to be running into the fray a lot. And here, Maggie, Kari trying to make sure that they don't have to deal with the Ursa.
Radiant team pick.
And Team Overdue decides to go with the Medusa. A very interesting pick. They have their push potential with Lashrak, their tank with Bristleback, and their AoE carry Medusa is a very strong right clicker, as well as very tanky right clicker, as a matter of fact. It would be a little bit difficult for the Phantom Assassin to jump in, especially after jumping in, Medusa opens up the Stone Gaze, and that would force the Phantom Assassin to just turn away. And
Now
here,
select your
they
heroes.
picked the Invoker. This is Little Giant's favorite hero as well, to be playing the mid Invoker. And he's just going to be taking that right away. Jason on the Phantom Assassin, that's going to be a carry. And Ioxiwa naturally onto the center Warrunner. Mango playing the Bristleback. And Devil gonna play the mid Lashrock, and Sing Song. I believe that that would be Harry Maguire. He's gonna be playing the Medusa. No, sorry, that's not. That will be Carlos, yeah. So Carlos Poyo will be playing the Medusa. That will be the safe lane Medusa. And we are underway into the game number 2, best of 2 series. In the group stage among 7 teams, where each team will have to play 6 games in total.
Prepare for battle.
On Maggie Kari, we have Jigsaw playing the Phantom Assassin Kari, Coco on the Undying, Little Giant on the mid Invoker, Gu on the Shadow Shaman, and Captain Ioxiwa on the Center Warrunner. For Team Overdue, we have Mango playing the offlane Bristleback, Carlos Pollo on the Medusa, and then for Devil, he's gonna play the mid lane Leshrac. And not even close, baby, onto the Tusk. And last but not least, Harry Maguire gonna be playing the support Jakiro.
"30 seconds to battle."
So both teams gonna be playing very defensively. They're not gonna invade any jungle, in fact. And already they're dishing out, or it's just the Undying dishing out the sentry ward and a balloon being popped by Devil. So both teams would be able to just secure their own respective bounty
battle
runes with
begins.
no conflict involved at all. And off they go to their own lanes. Little Giant already pulling off a nice block just to make sure that the creeps don't get over to the river. Devil a little bit far ahead, and yep, Little Giant's just gonna let it go, and he will have it nicely where he wanted it to be. So Team Overdue is just gonna put an observer ward on the cliff right now, and Coco just waiting in the tree lines. Playing together Ioxiwa again. In the bottom lane we have Gu playing together Jason and Tusk already using the tag team, running in but not getting any damage into any of them. Instead he's just gonna pay with his 50% of his health. Little Giant going fully into Exort. Already have the Sunstrike lined up. Recognizing that there's gonna be a Bristleback, already have the magic stick in place. One of the best counter items against the early lane Bristleback. The water runes have spawned, and Little Giant will not let go of his... Oh, Devil already landing the split earth onto him and will let out the Diabolic Edict. being able to chase out Little Giant nice enough. And now he's sitting on half his HP. We'll then convert onto Quest to try to get a little bit more health regeneration. Harry Maguire already pulling the creeps to try and mess up or shift the balance of the creep equilibrium. Bottom lane though, going on to not even close, baby. Is he able to get out there? One more hit, and yes, they will be able to secure the kill, but Jigsaw, he might be just in trouble. The magic stick already being used from both teams. And he will be able to blink away safely, but Goo not out of the waters yet. Being chased down by Mango, he has a lot of mana for that, but is able to be
Dire's bottom tower
held back
is
in
under
place by the stifling dagger. Not even close, baby, making the mistake of getting way too close in the team fight, and he was able to just drop as a result of that. First blood going in the way of Jisun. Sorry, not Jisun, it was the support group. Able to grab the last hit onto not even close, baby. Jisun sitting on a little bit of low HP if he's not too careful, letting out the net onto him, but Jisun is definitely not gonna go in with that much a low amount of HP, and wow, Little Giant taking a lot of punishment from that. Top lane, however, Harry Maguire taking damage from the zombies. The snakes dealing a lot more damage on a return kill, and they will be able to secure that onto Ioxiwa. Diving under their tower and thinking of that, and now Coco might just be able to fall due to that mistake, and they are able to grab a double kill for Carlos Pollo, punishing them for diving into the tier 1 tower. The Mystic Snakes bouncing is able to deal out a lot of damage as a result. Bottom lane, as I speak too soon, it seems like Mango is able to pick up the kill on Jisun, who happens to blink out and probably end up dying to that. The fight recap doesn't show that, and yes it does. With 4 curve spray stacks onto it. So far, the gold advantage slightly in the way of Team Overdue. The Sunstrike has not been used, in fact it is being used on the Force Spirits and probably more so to control the mid lane instead. Oh, not even close. Where did the Bristleback go? He went to pick up his Ring of Health,
is under attack.
and he will drop down an Observer One, and he is able to spot out Ghoul with a little cruise spray and a whack. Top lane, however, there's already dropped down the Tombstone, stopping the tracks of IOC1, trying to get advantage and onwards to Harry Maguire, but the zombie just proved too much damage, and in fact, the Dual Breath also coming up, but it's not able to do any damage to them at all, and IOC1 is able to grab the kill onto Carlos Pollo. The Tombstone zombies is just doing so much damage in the lane, and if they don't destroy the Tombstone, it's just gonna end up ripping them apart, even slowing them down from their advances. So return kill for their lanes is now 3 for 3. And the gold graph is now in the advantage slightly to Maggie Kari. Jakiro rotating to mid, Harry Maguire putting down an Observer 1. Both of them putting down an Observer 1. In fact, they will easily get dewarded. And bottom lane, however, they managed to pick up a kill onto Not even close, baby. Harry Maguire poking at Little Giant. Now they're gonna leave the Medusa all alone at top, and she's probably strong enough to just be able to sustain by herself against the Centaur Warrunner. Centaur Warrunner also hitting level 6. They would be able to have the chance to pop the Stampede at any given time if the other sides of the map requires it. What is the courier doing in the middle of the jungle? Okay, able to just pick up his boots. Landing the Split Earth, Diabolic Edict, as well as the Pulse Nova. But reflecting back the action is the Cold Snap.
Thrice the torment.
So both mid heroes will be able to break away from the fight as they trade blows after that.
As must be.
New treasures.
Tag team being used. You're gonna try and right click, but instead he gets evasion being procced twice in a row. Not able to land any of the damage by the tag team. Now Medusa is just gonna be quietly farming in the Dire jungle as she tries to get the items for the Dragonlance and eventually the Manta style. So this is gonna allow Harry Maguire to get his level 6 at the top lane. Stampede has yet to be used. And it seems like Little Giant is able to just take over mid lane because Devil has to walk all the way back to the fountain now that he doesn't have any bottle charges. Harry Maguire using the F-Path with the double damage roll onto Little Giant. And how did I miss the bottom kill? Are they able to get it back? Or even the Serpent one able to just nicely drop onto not even close baby and has no way out of there, but instead the counter initiation by Devil able to finish off the Shadow Shaman, but instead at the same time Shadow Shaman's Serpent Wise is able to seal the deal and take out not even close baby.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Nice rotation by Devil. But if he's not too careful, Jason actually committing in. Is there a lucky strike? He's running away. Nice evasion of the Split Earth. He's gonna think about it.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh wow. They managed to scout out the whereabouts of the Medusa, and they even dropped down the Tombstone, try to take out the Mango's Bristleback, which is level 6. A very nice ice wall there, and in fact it's gonna lock out Mango. Now that was a questionable ice,
Dire's bottom tower
and wow, he's even deciding to roll in. One more pit, and he is able to secure the kill onto the Undying Coco. But at what cost though? The Cold Snap able to just hold him in place. Harry Maguire, and I don't think he has enough mana to do anything else, especially with the hood being picked up by Oxiwa. Very interesting play by the Tusk Shards, holding in place the Mango Bristleback. We see a lot of ice coming out from that team fight just now, and yep, that led to the demise of the Bristleback. It's not gonna stop Medusa from continuing to farm in the jungle. As mid lane, they've already lost their tier 1 tower. Jason jumping in, gonna try to go on the Mango Bristleback. He's being pinged out, taking a lot of damage. The crew sprays though, already stacked up to 5. Snowball, is he gonna pick Mango up? Nope, he's just gonna continue rolling in. The shard is nicely done onto Coco, and he would be able to just fall because of that combo initiation, a lockdown. Excellent kill onto the Coco Undying. Jason, recognizing that there isn't much to salvage from that, decides to just back off
Dire's
and
middle tower is under attack.
Swiftly out of balance.
now we see a 4-man lineup from Team Overdue. They're gonna try and take down the bottom tower.
Radiant's bottom tower
Coming to the
is under
defense is
attack.
Ioxiba and also Coco. They're gonna try and even out this matchup in the defense of their tier 1 tower. And in fact, even Gu is joining the fight. It's gonna be a 4-on-4. It depends on the initiation. They have a Stampede ready to go, and they're gonna start off with a Blink initiation, but an Ice Path and also a Micropire going in. The Snowball is able to get not even close baby out, but in fact the Stampede is able to allow them to just cut into the backlines. But Devil is dealing so much damage onto 4 heroes at the back. Jisung gonna try and jump in. They are able to finish off Devil, but Mango is being chased by the zombies and is being able to finish off by the Stifling Dagger after that. But there was so much damage coming from Devil. It's just too bad that there wasn't enough follow-up, you know, to seal the deal and to take out
Dire's bottom
the
tower
remaining
is
heroes'
under
HP.
attack. Radiant's top tower
Maggie,
is under
Kari
attack.
able to come out of that fight on
Dire's
top,
bottom
but
tower
only by a
is
bit.
under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
As we see a 3-for-2 trade, not much of a goal swing, in fact it's quite even.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
The only difference maker is the amount of experience going to the way of Maggie Kari. Missing the Ice Path, using the Lightning Storm to buy some movement speed. Up, Tornado onto Devil. Meatball not gonna connect.
Service to balance.
Instead, he will just use it to farm out the wave and also receive a very nice tip. Bottom lane, however, Jason is gonna try to go onto the Mango. And Vanguard already being picked up by Mango. Again, Jason is gonna try. And Harry Maguire posing in the tree lines, and he just is able to land the Ice Path. Even the Micropire being committed, but in a very horizontal fashion. But it isn't enough. Yes, it might just be it. There's nowhere else for Jason to blink onto, and he will fall to the hands of Mango.
Radiant's bottom tower
A very nice
is under
assist
attack.
coming from Harry Maguire, able to just dish out a lot of DLT damage. And on the top lane, however, another fight breaks out as Ioxiba is on the front lines, now being tag teamed together, and they will just finish off Ioxiba with 2 of them, with none of his team able to follow up. And a very nice ice shard, but a meatball to counter initiate the split off, connecting onto the little giant. He is able to stay alive, but not for long, as he will fall. Mango falling down to Coco's tombstones, very nicely placed as it is onto the cliff. But the remaining of Maggie, Kari will try to TP out because they know that they have no longer the team or the firepower to take out any of the remaining Team Overdue's lineup. A very nice placement of the tombstone, where they had no vision to even destroy it, and it allows the zombies to just continually spawn in that area. That allows them to control the team fight area, and works out pretty much in almost their favor, but instead they lose quite a lot for Maggie Kari, and the gold swing now goes over to Team Overdue. Nevertheless, there is still a little bit of gold advantage over to Maggie Kari, and we have yet to see the Phantom Assassin come online, as he is queuing up his items for a Desolator.
Regeneration.
This should make my life easier.
So far, we have not seen any smokes from either of the teams. The Ice Path able to just connect onto Coco, one hero, but Gu is left in the middle of no man's land as the Split Earth is able to connect onto him. The Stampede being used, but the Gu is not able to glitch out any skills at all, and they will pick up another teammate here, and Coco does go down. The Tombstone also being able to be deleted very quickly with Medusa. Maggie Kari not in a position to take team fights at the moment. Especially that one just now, they were in a very bad position. Sitting at the top of the net worth is Little Giant, and slowly creeping up is Carlos Pollo, as he is getting his items without much hindrance right now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So Maggie Kari is playing on a time limit, as they would have to deal with the Medusa later on in the late game. Oh, and they smoke under the Dire Ward. They're gonna try to go on Mango with a nice initiation, followed by the Hex, and even the Ice Path. It's connecting onto two heroes. Snowball initiation back onto the Little Giant. They're just gonna try to hold the Evoker in place, and Ghoul trying to hold the Medusa to make sure she doesn't deal up enough DPS after that. In fact, she used the Stone Gaze, and the Hex by Shadow Shaman, Ghoul. On the backlines, however, they'll be able to finish off the supports, and now they're gonna deal with the Medusa all alone by herself. But that is a lot of damage still coming out from her. Even the Mana Shield is dealing a lot of damage.
Dire's top tower
And Devil,
is under attack.
having so much mana and potential to deal with that much damage as well. The EMP, trying to zone him out. Are they gonna try to reinitiate again?
Top tower is
He's
under
thinking about it. 3 seconds left onto the Blink Dagger. So they will lose 3 for 2. Or 3 for 1. The Undying and everybody else still makes it out alive from Maggie Kari.
attack.
But it's so tanky for Lashrak and also for the Medusa. In fact, most of the time we see Mango end up being the one dying. But that probably works out in Team Overdue's favor, as it allows their cores to continue to stay alive. With Devil already picking up the Bloodstone, sitting close to 2000 HP. We see Medusa, even though there's 1400 HP, but with her Mana Shield she's able to convert 2.2 damage taken onto her mana, so it's very much equivalent to sitting on 3000 HP.
My flesh, so shut.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Jisun with the Desolator.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Little Giant earlier was trying to go for the Aghanim but decides to go for the BKB instead after recognizing that there's going to be so much magic damage potential, especially coming from Devil, the Lashrak and the Jakiro. Stomp initiation onto the Devil, even a Stampede being committed. They use a snowball to try to break up the initiation, but are they able to finish up Devil? No, they can't. In fact, he's able to live through all that and even use the Bloodstone to be able to recover his mana and also the HP. What a failed initiation. And they're not done yet, they're using the snowball going in. A trade as they finish off Gu, Shadow Shaman. The BKB. And whoa, here comes Jason, able to just initiate and finish off Lashrak Devil. And even the mid being finished up by Little Giant's minions. Finishing off the Jakiro. Harry Maguire paying his life for that. And very evenly matched. A 3-for-3, and even the gold swing doesn't really make much difference. The only what matters is that the cores are the ones benefiting from it. So now they're seeing the numbers. They're gonna find it really hard to take out even the Lashrak. That it wasn't enough. A very nice counter initiation by Not Even Close Baby to immediately just break up the combo initiations from the Invoker and take away, giving enough time for the Lashrak to just heal back up his HP.
Well-gotten gains.
Medusa with the Manta. Even the illusions hit like a truck. Task is already aiming for the Wraith Pack. Where are they going? Oh, is it top? Oh. Oh, they actually managed to kill Devil. What is he doing up there? All by himself. He's kind of far away from their towers with not much help being able to be delivered by their teammates. And Mango decides to show himself. Is this a bait? It might be. As the rest of the team, they decide to not go against a Bristleback, as they know that it might be dangerous to do so. Especially with the rest of the team Overdue waiting in the back lines. But Jisun, under the guise of the blur, he will spot out Harry Maguire and he's gonna go on him with a nice lucky crit, able to finish him in just 2 strikes. Next is gonna go on Not Even Close Baby with a Knight's Hex and even a Sun Strike to try and secure that, but it was not needed. Jisun able to just do it all by himself with so much damage coming in. Gu is just able to just shackle him down and even the Hex to make sure everything stays in place. The Mystic Snakes connecting onto 3. Nice Blink Storm initiation. They're gonna try and focus down the Medusa, but Medusa already have the BKB to split Earth onto Jisun, but no, he's being held down by the Stone Gaze, and Jisun with the double damage, he's gonna try to back away. It's kind of a waste, but he will re-engage and that lands a crit of 1.6k damage, deleting Devil, and he's gonna go back in now with the Fan of Knives, and he will pick off as well Carlos Pollo. On the back lines though, Mango with the Blade Mail, not enough to take out anyone else. as BKB is also being popped by Little Giant to try and finish off the rest of the team. They will take 2. They will take 3. And even a tier 2 tower is to boot. And they will lose just 1. Goo. With a 2.1k gold swing and even higher whopping experience swing as a result. And now they will try to knock onto the tier 3. Deal as much damage as they could to force the buyback. If they won't even respond, now with the Deso onto the PA, this will melt. This will melt the tower very, very quickly. The Glyph of Fortification will buy them some time, and Maggie Kari will back away. In the next push, this might just be enough to take down the tier 1, the tier 3 tower with only 25% remaining.
Death tax.
On the front lines, Devil. Not even close, baby, using a defensive ice shard. And they will reclaim the outpost uncontested, as the rest of Maggie Kari are in no position to take a team fight at all. Alright, we're already having the overwhelming blink as an item. The Stampede is up. And next in line, Little Giant is queuing up for the Sheepstick, the Sight of Vice.
Dire are scanning.
Dire are gonna try to scan the Roche Pit and will find nothing. But instead they are smoked up and they will notice Ioxua trying to take over the outpost. The shard being thrown up, and Ioxua will blink away to safety. And they will then reclaim the outpost. It's a bag of prompting which allows Medusa to just farm the bottom lane. He will not push his luck as he will back away. And now it seems like Maggie Kari is very, very close, and they will sneak into the Roast Pit as a result of dominating the Dire jungle. It doesn't seem like Team Overdue is in a position to respond just yet, but they're probably gonna spot out Ioxua and he will grab the bounty rune. How's the Roche looking good? They will claim it, and now Team Overdue are forced to back away, and no! Ioxua decides to use the Stampede and will try to close in onto Devil, but Devil is able to stop his tracks. But in fact, when they found Devil, speaking of the Devil, here comes Jisan! And he's looking for more blood, but instead they'll just leave the Bristleback Mango all to his lonesome, and they will hold him down. In fact, they're just gonna give it all to Jisan, and he will finish him up with a cleave and coup de grace. With 3 dead on Team Overdue and Aegis to boot, they will come in. A buyback from Mango. Overwhelming Blink initiated on the Poyo.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
A little stun by Jisan, but decides not. As a 4v5 doesn't seem like to be a favorable thing for them. Even with the Aegis, they decide not to, but they're gonna try to force them out of their base instead. And not even close, baby is very far out, and he's probably gonna be the victim? No, instead Maggie Kari are gonna play it really, really safe and decide to not engage at all, because now that they know the Devil is back. They don't have the Stampede. No ultimates ready. They're probably gonna cut the disadvantage
Top tower is
and
under
allow Team Overdue to just group up and defend their base. Instead, Maggie Kari will just settle with a tier 2 tower.
has fallen.
With the Stampede coming on in 6 more seconds. They have a Tombstone ready to go as well. And they're now dropping the Serpent Ward. They're gonna try and take the top tier 3 tower. And they'll do so very, very safely. Even Tombstone being committed. The Tornado catching onto 2. And Jisan is able to delete Harry Maguire by just jumping in with the BKB and even deleting it right away. They're gonna try to focus onto the Devil. And a Fan of Night is able to connect, but the Split Earth is able to stop him in his tracks, and he will take away the first life of the Aegis.
Dire's top
Stone Gate is already being used up. Jison, blink away to safety. They have taken the Rex and they will try to get away and cut their losses. They've already come for the objectives. But no, they decide to see that there's an opportunity for another kill and it's time to go Russian in. The Vessel also being used on Mango to make sure that he doesn't have any chance of healing himself. The Fan of Knives, taking away the break. Tornado onto 2, able to buy them some time, but the BKB committed onto the Medusa. Carlos is the only one standing left to fend as Harry Maguire is already retreating towards the fountain. They are able to secure the kill onto Devil and this will allow them to take the team fight towards the mid lane. They will secure 2 lanes as a result. And it seems like
Dire's middle barracks.
they're gonna try again with the overwhelming blink being used onto Harry Maguire. One hit again, and now it's all Medusa by himself being held and locked down. There's no way that she can find any way to escape this, and it's a full team wipe. Only one buyback available on Devil, and they're just gonna try and knock and knock and knock. See if there's any response for the buyback, but it seems like they know that there isn't any. So this might be it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They have so much damage against structures that they're just melting away the tower. 2 heroes have respawned. Again, they're gonna try to go in on... Not even close, baby. Gonna try to save him, but nope, not enough. In fact, the Fan of Knives, and he got wiped out with a 1.7k crit coup de grace. Devil not able to do anything at all as a response. And there it is. A very convincing last team fight by Maggie Kari, securing the game with a 2-0 in this series between Team Overdue and Maggie Kari. We see Jison just being able to be a monster in the team with his PA coming online, and even Little Giant being able to just pull off quite a number of spells to hold them in place. Almost a bit back and forth, but still most of the advantage is going to Maggie Kari throughout most of the game. Nevertheless, it was a really entertaining match to watch between these two teams, as they've given kind of like their best, trying out new heroes as well as new strategies. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Hachimaru, your caster for tonight, and hope to see you in the next one.